grade had already got C1 certificate in English, which is equal to 6.5 to 7.5 in IELTS. It seemed to be impossible, but have already happened. Are you curious about this phenomenon? So let's visit this super kid's house and figure it out. Let's get started! Wow, candidate Han, you got 182 over score in FCE, which is first certificate in English. It is equal to 6.5 to 7.5 in IELTS. So it's such an impressive score to a student in grade 5. Do you have any tips or any special methods to study English?
Well, any special methods? I don't think the methods I have are really special though. I do spend a lot of time on YouTube.
So you got 190, which is the maximum score in speaking. Do you have any tips to share to everyone?
So the first thing is try your best to stay confident. You can, you can stutter, you can go oh, but don't try to stutter too much because the examiner might not understand everything you're saying. Also, when they ask you something like, for example, how's the weather? Just say that it's rainy. Don't say that it's rainy and oh, I love it or oh, I hate it, because you're going off topic. And like that, you can be reduced.
Wow, perfect. So in reading, you got 184, which is also an amazing score. Do you have any, do you want to share everyone to how to you studied?
I honestly think that it's a universal rule at this point to read the questions before you start reading the passage. So if you read the questions when you start reading the passage, you know which paragraphs to focus on. And like that, you can also underline on the information you need to answer said questions. So you don't need to come back to the passage and skim through all these paragraphs to find the information you want.
So in listening, you got 181. Do you have any suggestion for learners?
Well, like the same as reading, you should read the questions before you listen to the track. Usually exams give you 45 seconds before every part. So use those 45 seconds wisely and read the questions so you know what to focus on while listening on the track. Also, exams usually give you like something 5 minutes to fill in your answers after you finish listening. I don't do that. When the track is playing, whenever it reaches the part that the question is asking about, I immediately fill in the answers. Because when you save those 5 minutes to answer everything, I might not remember everything because it's too much information.
Very cool. So how do you learn writing?
Writing. So my teacher gave me this tip that I still find very useful to this day. He said that I should start with a sentence, then I count how much words are in that sentence. So I use the number and write the amount of words as close to that number as possible in every sentence, so I can make sure that I don't go over the word limit or go under the word limit.
So I can see in here a skill named ESOL English, which you also have a very high score. So when I take the IELTS test, this skill doesn't show up. So can you explain to us what is this skill and how you learn about it?
So use of English is mostly comprised of two things, vocabulary and grammar. So there are two most common exercises about vocabulary and grammar. Vocabulary is fill in the blanks and grammar is try to copy the sentence. So in fill in the blanks, you need to read the entire passage without the blank words, of course, to get the gist of the passage, and then you start filling in words. So usually before tests, I put up a collage of words, and I go and remember each word by assigning a mental picture to each of them so I can remember them more easily. About grammar, the most common exercise is try to copy the sentence with a specific word. So they usually put a sentence on top, a word in the middle for you to put in the sentence, and an unfinished sentence below. So you have to fill in the rest of the sentence. So I try to analyze the sentence's structure and then just put in the words, and I'm mostly done.
Yeah, very cool. So Ha-an, after school, how many hours do you spend on studying?
Well, I actually don't, well, what I do isn't really considered studying because I go on YouTube literally every day and watch content in English. I actually don't watch much content in Vietnamese, and so that's how I even think in English sometimes.
Wow. So other than English, do you have any other favorite subjects?
Well, my most favorite subject I would say would be computer science.
So do parents put pressure on you on studying?
Actually, no. And how I study is actually really flexible, and what I do isn't even considered studying, yet my mom still considers it studying.
Wow, you have a drum kit.
Yeah, I do.
Do you play drum?
Yeah, but not really much though.
Can you show me?
Alright then. I won't be playing for much though. Okay. I actually have another verse I want to show you, so... Oh.
Very cool. You have a lot of books. Do you like reading books?
Yeah, I really do.
You have Harry Potter.
Yeah, I do.
Do you like Harry Potter?
Yeah, well, do you?
Yes, I do.
I also have a lot of books, although not a lot of people read it. Except the Diary of the Wimpy Kid. Everyone reads that.
Wow. Do you have any book that you want to recommend?
I recommend the School of Good and Evil series. It's actually a very interesting story of two girls being friends, one being really ugly and one being very pretty. And every 4 years they live in this village that every 4 years they have to be taken away to the School of Good and Evil. The pretty girl always thinks that she is going to get into the good school, but no, she went into the evil school instead, and the ugly girl went to the good school. So that's a really interesting story.
Yeah, very interesting. I can see over there a lot of drawings. Do you draw it?
Well, I didn't draw them alone. I was doing this with my mother, but I didn't finish it yet. Well, this one I did with the help of my friend. She drew the leaves, I drew the petals of the flower, and both of us drew the background.
Can I see over here, is this also your drawing?
Well, I tried to draw it in the style of Picasso, but I don't think it really went well. But my mom likes it, so I think it went well. I really wish my brother would read from the selection sometimes.
Do you have a brother?
Yeah, I do.
Do you teach your brother to study?
Well, okay, so we're gonna start and read. So Rosie is saying, look, read the sentence. Okay, so we're gonna try this out.
This is a photo of my family in our flat.
Maybe sometimes.
So Han, I have a challenge for you. So now we will play a game. You have to name 3 things in 5 seconds. If you cannot give the answers during the time, you will
Not get any points.
Yeah, not get any points. And we have a stopwatch right here to make sure everything is fair. Okay, let's get started. Are you ready?
Right, alright.
I will ask first.
Okay.
So, can you name 3 things that you like to eat?
I like to eat ice cream, pizza, and fried chicken.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Everything.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, so
You help me too.
what do you like to drink? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Water, juice, and Coke.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still covering.
Okay. So
My turn, right? Name 3 animals that you like the most.
Cats, dogs, and bunnies.
Why are you so fast? Okay, now your turn.
My turn? What sort of flowers do you like?
Rose, daisy, and lavender.
Okay. You're pretty close. It's still 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's still 5. Okay.
It's still 5 seconds.
Okay,
Alright.
so name 3 countries that you want to travel.
Italy, Korea, and Japan.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
That's fast. That's really fast.
What sort of countries do you want to go to? Oh God. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hanoi, Beijing, and Paris.
I said country.
Country? Oh, country.
Okay, let's try again.
Okay.
3, 2.
This card I lost.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I lost it.
All right. Let's continue.
Name 3 things that you would do when you're sad.
I play games, I watch TV, and I play with my pet cats.
Okay. Okay. So now it's your turn.
So what do you do when you're bored? 3, 2, 1, go.
Eat, sleep, and go on social media.
Okay. That's good. Alright,
And name 3 things that you want to be gifted.
Chocolate, iPad, and flowers.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting much faster. So name the things that you wanted in life. 3, 2, 1, go.
Money, internet, and Okay, I lost.
That's okay. It's okay. Just
Maybe one more question.
Alright then.
Name 3 things that you want to do in your next school year.
I want to be able to cook, to be able to wash dishes, and be able to tidy my room.
Okay. Yeah, you still count.
Okay, so what do you want to do in your next school year? 3, 2, 1, go.
Learn more, study more, learn more, have more.
Never mind. Okay, we went slightly over. Yeah.
So, do you have dream jobs or the model that you want to be in the future?
Well, I would like to be either a computer information, work in the field of information technology, or be an architect, because I also like drawing a lot.
Do you have any favorite slogan?
Well, I would say that my favorite slogan is live, laugh, and love, because of how simple it is and how accurate this is. Live is to live your life to the fullest. Laugh is to think everything with a positive attitude. And love is to love and care everyone around you.
Yeah, I love your positive attitude. Thank you, Han, for sharing with us today. And hope that everyone after this conversation can be as positive as Han, and this conversation can motivate people to learn more English.